What up? Alrighty. Let's make sure the encoder's looking alright. Mess with my settings a little bit. Let's also turn the game down slightly. Something around there looks good. Alright. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome to The Witness. I am very tired today. Don't know why, I slept fine. Actually, now that I think about it, I slept pretty badly. And then I woke up and went weightlifting. So we're gonna have a pretty chill little session here for a little while anyway. I would not expect a whole lot of, like, flashy, action-packed commentary coming out of me today. Instead, we're just gonna be real chill about everything. It's like, yeah, bird time. So, I wonder why this one doesn't have a perimeter. It's a little bit strange to me. The others, they have edges around them. This one has edges around it. I guess it's just to show that they're like mechanical in nature or something. I'm not entirely sure. But I feel like these puzzles are probably a lot easier than the ones I've been facing up until this point, on account of the fact that I have done some really, really hard segments by this point in the game. This one seems a little bit more challenging, so the hardest part is that this, yeah, I was going to say this middle section needs to be in its own row like that, on account of the way that the mirroring stuff works. So that's not so bad. And then I guess the other challenge with this one is making sure that I cover up this little nut part right over here. So to do that, I need to come down this way, which I can only actually do that if I use the mirror guy to help out a little bit there. So if I do something like this, and then do something like this, then that doesn't work at all. So let's try not doing something stupid. Let's try doing smart. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Do it that way. Nice and easy. Okay, this one looks like it'll probably be roughly the same idea as before. Although I wonder if instead of... So with this solution I had to come down this way to cover it up. I wonder if the next time it's going to be a different take on the same idea as its worst. So let's try something like... Nope, that's not a good idea. Something like this might be alright, as long as I also go like that. There we go. That wasn't so bad at all. Can I even get to that one? I guess I'll go over and check it out. So, oh, I solved this one on the last playthrough? How did I... Yeah, okay. I came over here and looked at that window to do it. Okay, cool. Let's get down off of this building and go to the door that I just opened. But yeah, I recently changed my schedule so that I wake up at 7 to go lift out at the gym. And I did intentionally just say lift out, by the way. Anyway, that has resulted in me being very tired. I will probably get more used to it as time goes on. But until then, you get very, like, chilled out bird relaxy time. Who would have thought that video games would be about relaxation? Certainly not I. Certainly not I. There's a couple of these sorts of puzzles up here. I never noticed them before, the first time I played through this game. I was actually pretty bad about finding any of the, environmental puzzles. But I should be able to pick up a couple here anyway. Looks like all I need to do is just kind of walk around the, tower, finding the right combinations, and it should all work itself out. There's another one. I was not nearly aligned enough to pull that off, but hey, whatever. The game's gonna give me credit for it, except for when I press the wrong button. There we go. And this one... where's this one gonna be? Ah, here we are. This one's gonna be kind of tricky to align, but I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. We have... Let's see. I did that one. There's a couple more that it looks like what I need to be doing is probably getting up onto the second platform and stuff like that. I'm sure I've already done that one. So that should be fine for now. But my suspicion from earlier about how I did not think that I actually had the ability to get up to the door I just unlocked was confirmed true, as this thing is still closed. So I need to channel my inner this guy and be like, no, the door is never gonna open. Nah, I need to go in and be as manly as possible and open up as many doors as possible. So to get to that guy, I need to open up this door. And I now know how this mechanic works, right? Oh, no, I don't. I remember this now. It's got to be in pairs. And I think it needs to be like... Wait, what the hell? Is it supposed to be something like this? Like... I don't understand this like the mechanic of when it's 3 sometimes. Like, that's really, really hard for me to understand what I'm doing. Maybe I need to do something like... Wait. Hold on. I remember this mechanic now. I remember this puzzle. Okay, I can't solve that one right now. I don't remember that puzzle, but I remember that mechanic. And I remember where I learned that mechanic. So we're going to let that be for right now. We'll come back to it much, much later. And I think to that end, I am more or less done with the town segment. I can't do much more. Come on. Yeah. Not quite. It's gotta get just the right angle on it. And then the rock's gonna be in the way. So I guess I probably gotta look down on this from a different part of the map. Maybe this is a boat segment. Certainly looks boaty. I've never actually taken a good look at this little hole, though. Is there like a... It's a well? It makes a very ominous noise, I can tell you that much. Alright, so I'm gonna head in this direction, because if there's... I know what I need to do. So while I'm taking the boat, this thing fills up, and then I can kind of, you know... You can do something as the boat takes you to that direction, and you can fill it all in. So we're gonna pop over this direction because that's where that mechanic I just was not able to figure out. That's where that one. That's where you learn that mechanic, is just off in that direction. However, I'm popping over here first because it looked very interesting, and I don't know if I've ever actually been to this area of the game, even the first time I played it. Well, I know that feeling, guy. I know that feeling. See, this room is a metaphor. You see that thing up there? That thing represents a hot chick. Yeah? And then this guy is like, oh man, I proposed to all of them hot chicks. But then it turns out that they're just in another league. They're all up there. And you're not going to be able to, to touch them. It's a metaphor. Alright. there's nothing interesting over here. Let's head back to the woods, because I am on a quest to discover the mechanic that I kind of sort of already remember how to do. But you know what? I don't remember it all the way, and therefore it's still going to be a process of discoveries. Alright. The other thing is that around here there was also this weird camo thing. Yep. And I found these panels that definitely look like puzzles. But I don't see... They're not turned on. So I don't know how to start them. Unless they're over here. Ah! Okay. That sound is really annoying, so I think that what I'm supposed to do is use it to solve the puzzle. It's a higher pitch and a lower pitch. Alright, go figure. Figured it out. High, high, low, mid. Okay, easy enough. Yes, game. Mid, mid, high, mid, low. That's how synthesizers work, by the way. It's not at all how synthesizers work. Da, 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 da. Okay, hang on. It's like Simon Says, but without the colors. Okay, high, high, low, mid, low. Alright. Okay, so that's like high, low, mid, mid. Okay, that's actually really fucking funny. Tweet, 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 tweet. Hang on. This is interesting. God, okay. It's not that interesting. I don't have enough, like, boxies to be able to do 5. And I hear 5 chirps. I hear but I don't have enough of those. So I don't know what I'm trying to solve here. Oh, I'm trying to solve the other one. So it starts low, goes mid, goes high for a while, then goes mid. Ah, very cool. Okay, so that was high, low, mid, mid. Okay. So the other thing is that it might be the other bird. Then it might be the owl sounding thing. Come on, owl. Come on. Make noise. It ends high. I think it's like low, mid, low, high. Yep. It's like... So, that probably translated into something discernible, I hope. Alright, well, that's an intriguing sequence of puzzles. I wonder... I'm trying to follow the cable now to figure out where it all led to. But I don't see that. Let me go back down. I want to, like, look at the cable that comes from the camo boxes and see where it goes. So it goes into this rock. Okay, I see. It goes up there into like the bamboo-y area. So let's head back up to the bamboo area that Jesus Christ! I regret solving those puzzles now. They have made the most annoying part of the map. Alright, so I think that it was up here. I saw the cable. Okay, I'm in the bamboo. Cable is going around there. I'm leaving the bamboo. I'm coming over here. Cable is going around that side. Okay, I am now here. The cable goes up to that tree. I can sort of see it over there, passing over those other branches. It is come down over here. It cuts across the road, and it goes to this box, which I can then open. Which, what the hell, game? What the hell is this? I hear birds, but I can't. Gotta go around. This is bullshit. When life puts up an obstacle, complain about it vigorously. That's what I say. Alright, I guess I will have to I'll have to go around the entire goddamn forest to approach it from the other side. So, Chillbird's gonna have to come up with something to talk about. Which is, Chillbird has a bit of a headache right now. So Chillbird is gonna take a big swig of water. And tell you that this stream is sponsored by Dasani. Because, you know, when I'm talking about streams, that talks about water. And therefore, when I'm talking water, I think bottled water. And, I want to get a sponsorship, so here we go. It's like loud, soft. Oh no, so small corresponds to pitch, not volume. So we want to do high, low. There we are. Oh no. Okay, so that was low, that was medium, medium, high, medium, low. Alright. Medium, medium, high, medium, low. Alright. Okay, so that was low. Oh, so it's dirt, 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 dirt. So, high, medium, high, low. God, it's like a puzzle designed around the cocktail effect. You have to just discern all the fucking notes over the other notes. So that was high, high, mid, low, mid. I mean, I think it was high, high, low, mid, low, but I did it wrong. So, let's just try to solve it right this next time. Okay. Think of it. Alright, there was just abject noise. I wasn't able to track that one. I definitely hear, like, low, mid, low. So I'm pretty sure it's something like high, high, low, mid, low. Like that. Alright, last one. Thank God. Okay, so that's, high, low, mid. That must not be the right one. Okay, let's listen again. So that's, that one's not the right one. I think that goes... Okay, the more I listen to these, like, the more incomprehensible it gets. I hear one that goes, like, up, like, dit, 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 but... So I think it must... I think I hear it. I think it goes low, mid, high, low, high. That's the one. Okay, I need to give my ears a goddamn break because that is getting insufferable. How many more of these are there? Are we going to the rock? And then I'm just gonna walk this way until I see if I can find the cable again. It just vanishes. I have to wonder, if you're deaf, how the hell do you solve those puzzles? Do you just not? Like, does the game have any sort of alternative for you? Can you, like, press a sequence of, like, can you put, like, something in your eye and eye setting that says, like, yeah, I can't hear that? I don't know. Curious little factoid. You know, maybe somebody can look it up, but I wouldn't know at all. I've read a little bit about, like, what it's like to design video games to be as accessible as possible to people with, like, hearing disabilities and stuff like that. And there are some games that do a really, really great job of it. Like, there's this really, really cool video I saw that isn't hearing disability, but somebody who's blind did a Let's Play of an old puzzle platformer called Oddworld, and he talked about, like, how he basically played the entire game based off of the sound effects, having never actually seen what the game looks like. So he was able to react to everything. He knew exactly where he was the whole time. And he solved every puzzle purely based off of just knowing the sound effects. Pretty remarkable. Both on the behalf of the player who figured that all out, and the game designers to make something that's accessible to people in, like, all sorts of ways. It just goes to show that, like, the biggest thing that you can do to make something accessible to people with any sort of disability is just to provide, like, redundant information, like multiple channels. So, like, if I'm making a mini-map for an RTS, for example, and I want to show enemies versus, like, friendly units on the mini-map, what I can do is I can make enemies red and friendly units green. And that works great, except if you have red-green color blindness. So what you can do instead is you can make enemies X's and friendly units circles. Stuff like that goes a long way towards making games a lot more comprehensible. Just in general, because then, you know, you can, even as, like, a person who's not disabled, you can look at it and be like, oh yeah, I have, like, 4 pieces of information telling me how to do this. You know, that goes a really long way. And it's also not too hard. I ran into this a little while ago at work, actually, where I was making a diagram, and I had no idea that one of my teammates was red-green colorblind. So I made this diagram that used red and green to distinguish everything, and they were like, yeah, I can't read this chart. And I was like, oh. So I learned something that day. Okay, so these are little paint swatches. This one looks green. So I think I need to distinguish all three of them, yeah? So all I need to do is draw a wiener. No. I need to draw a better wiener. Nope, that's not going to solve it. Well, some wiener has to solve this problem. Ah, none of them will. What's the point? Alright, so we just want to keep doing this sort of thing. I'm pretty well solved at this sort of puzzle at this point. I definitely know my way around color splotches. Oh, crap. Alright. Something like this will do. There we are. Easy peasy. It's kind of interesting to me because these have little blueprints on them, which almost implies that like these were like the test puzzles. Like this is where they made all of them, and they like put down these paint splotches. Like this is where one element will go, etc., etc. Like this is the very first place they ever made witness puzzles on. All right, 4 squares. Probably solve this easily enough. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. There's 4 of them. I'm wondering where this is gonna go. But this is all pretty damn easy so far. I guess the idea is that, you know, other people probably haven't played through as far in the game as I have at this point. Because I think by now I've seen basically every mechanic in the game. And now we're just getting into the nitty-gritty where we get to see, like, new twists on familiar mechanics at this point. Okay, so I probably want something like that, but better. How about we come this direction? Nope, that's not going to work. So this one is very interesting. Okay. Yeah, this one's very interesting because I need to probably come this direction to knock off the yellow. So then I would want to group the white together, but then I also need to partition the reds off of it. So it probably needs to be something like this, but then I need to also solve the blue. And I think I just saw how to do it just by doing that. So that will solve it. Easy enough. Ah, that was really loud. I need to turn down the volume locally real quick. There we go. Yeah, this game is very quiet up until it becomes very not quiet. And I remember this mechanic now. So this is unsolvable. We have all this shit. Never gonna be able to do it right. You can try as much as you want. But if you look at it through through pea-tinted glasses, then it's really easy. Hopefully I can solve it through the window, right? Game, please. Why you gotta be like that? So let me see what color space we're working in here. So we mix cyan with yellow to get, I guess that's green, right? We mixed blue with yellow to get black. What color space is blue plus yellow equal to black? Is that just, because blue plus orange, they're complementary colors. So that would get you to like brown and gray and stuff like that. So it must be that we're working in the light spectrum, because that in that space, if we're working in the RGB space, then it must be the case that blue and yellow are complementary, right? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Because there's a whole bunch of different color models out there that all have different complementary colors in them. Like the two that I'm most used to are yellow, red, blue, because of painting class, and cyan, magenta, yellow, due to Illustrator. I actually am not particularly great at the RGB color space. So let me see. RGB complementary colors are blue and yellow are complementary colors in RGB. Now that is interesting because RGB is weird, right? Like the primary light colors are magenta, yellow, and cyan. And then the primary colors of pigment are I mean, I always thought of them as like blue, red, and yellow, but so what is I don't know. Hang on. The primary colors of pigments. Oh, okay, I messed it up. The primary colors of pigments are magenta, yellow, and cyan. So that's what's in paint and stuff like that. The primary colors of light are red, green, and blue. Okay, I understand now. So that's why I'm not very familiar with like the RGB color space by comparison to the pigment color space, because I've done a lot more painting than I've ever done with like mixing lights together. I'm not like a lighting engineer, you know. I don't have any experience with that discipline. Okay, so regardless, I'm going to learn just by virtue of playing this game, I guess. So I probably want to do something like that to partition that, and we come down through here, and then we're in trouble because of the white squares up there. So what about I come this direction? Nope, that's not going to do me any good either. What about this way? Come down here. Partition that off. Nope, that doesn't look good. Let's mess with it a little bit though. So this is one solution. Okay, this won't solve it because the yellow and the reds are going to be friends with each other, and we are not okay with that. This won't work either. It is 4 different colors, right? Okay, so let me just look at this. I really wish it would let me just solve it through the window, but oh well. So we could do that. We can do that. Nope. We can go up here, block that off, come down here, but then we have that. We can cube this section off, then, okay, what if I do this? We come this way. Hang on, I'm starting to see something that might work out all right. Come up here. Go up like that. Come down like that. This is the one I've tried a bunch of times already, and I know for a fact it doesn't work. Come over here, block that off. I think I definitely do want to, like, do something like a go up and then come down like that right away. But then I can't quite figure out where to go with it. So if I go like this, it's not really going to pan out very well. If I go up and then up here, then down here. What about, okay, I've tried a lot of approaches where I'm going horizontal or vertical. What about things where I go horizontal? So I go up here and then I cut this way and then down, then go up. Nope, that's not going to work either. Up here, block that up, or up here. Take these two, come down this way. That doesn't look like it's going to pan out good. Go up here. What if I do this? Okay, so I go to the right, I grab these guys, I block them off like that. Oh, this might be the solution. Okay, so if I come over here, take that, I can then, that's interesting. So it's not always going to be the most obvious panel that solves this. So now I have two options here. I need to figure out whether the blue ones solve it or the yellow ones. So this blue one is interesting because I get different shades of blue, and this doesn't give me distinct colors, but this one does. So if I come up here and then block that off, I don't think looking through yellow there's a way for me to do this puzzle. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I come up here. Yeah, I don't quite see it. Over here, though, it's interesting because we have different, like, shades of blue, so they might be alright if they're all together. Like, I think something like this could work. Well, now I have no way of verifying it, but we'll try again in a second here. Okay, so okay, so we want to do this. Oh, no, hang on. We want to do that. Nope, that doesn't look very promising. What about looking at it through here again? So we can come this way, and then we go up here. Now, because the black and the red aren't going to mix. So what about, I can't come up this way. I can't really go this way. Oh, I can go that way. But then I have no way of blocking off these two black squares from anybody else. So I think I see it now. No, I don't. I was thinking of doing this where I go up and then this way. But then that won't work because I'll be blocking off the yellow squares from ever being able to be removed from each other. So what about... Is this thing just solvable by itself? I mean, I didn't actually consider that possibility. Nah, it doesn't look like it. No, there's no way this one's solvable. Alright. I looked at it through yellow and cyan. What about looking at it through yellow and cyan together? Ah ha ha ha! There we go. Alright. Easy peasy. So we could just come up this way. And then I think we just partition it like that. God damn it. That's really, really annoying. Alright. Now we look through both. So we go this way. Oh no, I see what I messed up. So I come this way, and then I group them all on the top right together. Okay. Group you all. Group you all. Easy enough. This is a very cool segment. It's teaching me about things. Failing these puzzles like a slap to the face. Yeah, it is very frustrating because I'm like, I'm just trying to solve it, man. God damn, give me a break. I didn't get it in one try. You don't need to punch me right in the hoo-ha.
Your poor hoo-ha.
Recently, I've taken a shining to using the word hoo-hoo and hoo-ha, despite the fact that it makes absolutely no sense for me to do so on account of the fact that I'm a grown man. But it's really, really funny. So I would encourage everyone to start referring to their, you know, dangly bits, regardless of genitalia or gender, as their hoo-ha. Or alternatively, I guess ladies could say they have a fireman, and that would be really, really confusing, but hey, whatever. Oh my god, my eyes. Oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe I don't want to solve these puzzles anymore because I don't want to go blind. God damn, it's a room, it's a nightmare room. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's heaven. Okay, that just made my life... What? Whoa! Did anyone else see that? The game just freaked out. Oh man, I have to go back in the fucking purple room. Okay. Wish me luck. This is a weird little gimmick chamber. I don't actually care for it all that much. But, you know. I mean, I don't really see what this has to do except, like, kind of play with the well, I fucked up. Except play with the concept of the fact that you're dealing with light a little bit more. But it's not really, like, a play on the puzzle aspect of the game at all. So, I'm not too sure why they included it. Oh! Just when you thought the room lighting couldn't get worse. We had something that looks like the fucking album art of a 1985 cover. Jesus. If this were... I mean, all you need to do is just picture this being pixelated to hell, and then it looks like a fighting game, arcade, like, arena screen. It is also not encoding well at all. That is blurry. Let me check something real quick. I'm going to bump up my encoding output by a little bit. Let's do 6K. Alrighty. That should be a lot less blurry, hopefully. I'm gonna get a sip of water real quick. That's, a little better. I think it might also be that Twitch quality is a little bit better than YouTube quality. Don't know why. Or maybe Ladybird is just watching, Twitch on a higher stream quality than, on YouTube. Anyway, with all that done, I guess I get to see this room from a new light. It's kind of cool. I guess that I need to probably look at the flowers on the other side of the room and look at it through this red pane and learn how the light interacts with each other, because I'm not sure what the purpose of this room is otherwise. But we'll keep that in mind. Alright, good stuff. I didn't know if that elevator was going to actually be solvable with that simple of a solution. And in fact, it looks like it may change based off of the level. So that's kind of fascinating. This is going to be interesting to try and solve. I see a witness puzzle. I see it. I can smell it. I can wink at it suggestively from across the room. It's not going to do anything. Alright. I guess that the elevator is the puzzle. Oh! So I came into this room, but the elevator was on the floor below me, so I wasn't able to actually, like, solve it. But then I went down to the bottom floor because I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. And then I get it now. So every floor is going to have a different solution, which is going to take me to the next floor above it. And the puzzle is about getting to every floor and seeing how the solution changes based off of the colors of the room that I'm in. And also, I think they're just showing off the rendering engine at this point by being like, look at how vibrant we can make our colors. They'll make your eyeballs, explode with extravagant joy. It's like a greenhouse, but they couldn't decide on which color they actually wanted, so they went with Yes House. Alright. Let's just solve that. And I assume that there's going to be something tricky going on with this this one that I can't reach. So if I do something like this, what happens? It dies. Alright. That doesn't surprise me very much. But I wonder if I can see the puzzle through the green light if I get a different combination of... Nope. Okay. So, above me is a room that's bathed in green light. I solved it to get to the next floor. I don't know what these colors are exactly, but if I mix green into them, so we have white, so the white squares will become green, the blue squares plus green will equal, blue plus green, well, okay, yellow plus green, those are complementary colors, so those become black. So I think that what I need to do is this. Oh, okay, that's the one to get me to the floor I'm already on. The other thing that I can do, let's try combining these guys. Nope, that takes me all the way back. Let's see if I can briefly get a look at what these colors actually are. No, of course not. Why would it give me that option? Okay, so whatever that color is plus blue equals black. So that color must be a combination of red and green, which means that this color up here must be purple? Oh, this is a separate color from these ones. Okay, so that's interesting. So this color is separate from these two colors. So these two colors and these two colors are the same. These two colors and these three colors are different from these three colors. So as we solve this, I can probably actually from here just solve it the same way I did earlier. And this will take me to a higher floor. God damn it, it took me to the floor I didn't want to go to. Alright. What does this do for me? Okay. So bear in mind that this is its own group. And I think that's the trick to winning here. This might be a solution. That takes me to the bottom. This, this should take me to the bottom floor, and indeed it does. What about this? Okay, that takes me to the second floor. That doesn't take me anywhere. As you can see, at this point, I'm literally just kind of intuiting groups of colors together to see what happens. I'm just kind of curious, really, like, what if I can find really interesting colors. Well, let me think about this a little bit. So, on the left, we have a series of colors that are black when exposed to red light, which means that the colors that they're missing, it's a color that is missing red in it. So that must mean that it is 100% blue, and it is 100% green. So this is B and G down the left side here. These are all white. Hang on. Oh god, okay. The colors on the puzzle itself are black, meaning that they absorb 100% of red light, which means that they, if your pigment, what does it mean again? If your pigment absorbs light, it means that it reflects all of the other colors of the spectrum, meaning that if something, it will appear, when you expose it to red light, it will appear black because it absorbs the red light, which means under normal light, it must be blue plus yellow combined. It must be green. So everything on the left side is green. Jesus, that uses 100% of my knowledge of color theory at that point. Okay. We're in the next room. Let me think about my theory now. So, I'm positing that the three colors on the left side are green in color, in pigment color. They are being exposed to blue light. They have turned blue, meaning that they reflect the blue light. So that means that they absorb, this is a color that absorbs red, and it absorbs every color but blue, meaning that it must be a combination of okay, if it's exposed to blue light and it reflects blue light, it means that It absorbs every other color. Jeez. Okay, I might be wrong. I might be wrong with the way I'm thinking about this. So if you expose a... You know, I know how color and light works when it's not... When they're not, like, fucking around with each other. Then it gets so confusing. This is really, really confusing. Okay, it's being exposed to blue light, meaning that it reflects blue light. And we can't... Oh, okay. Because it reflects blue light, we can't figure out any details about it except that it has no... Well, it must have blue pigment in it. Right? No. They can't have blue pigment in it, because then, it would... Jesus. Okay. Let me think about this one, because it might be a little bit easier to reason about. So we have 3 orange on the right side that turn orange when they're exposed to blue light, meaning that it's... It's not green. It is, this must be purple. Okay. The others are white when exposed to blue light, and we can't really derive any information about that right now. Alright. This next room has exposed them to cyan light, and these guys turn black, which means that this color on the right... hang on. Let me try just this, because this room isn't... I don't have enough information yet to figure out anything here. It's been exposed to green light. I think this is this gets me to the next up floor. Oh, what? Huh, that got me to the current floor. Alright. Okay. This is one group. What about this? There we go. There we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure... Alright. We get to the top. And... you bastards. It was the 3 light colors. Alright, so we have cyan, magenta, and yellow all mixed together. That was rough. Let's see what this did for me. I guess it just opens up that guy. Okay, so now I get the crux of this puzzle. It wasn't green, blue, and purple. So I had... Yeah, so I had these guys as green, I had these guys as blue, and then these guys as purple. And I knew that these had to be white. But, I guess the challenge now becomes, how do I get to the floor that I skipped? I'm sure everyone's dying to know how I do that, right? I kind of am curious. No! No. This isn't the floor that I'm interested in. Nope. Oh, jeez, the elevator's like, you get the fuck down there now! You solved the puzzle like an asshole. We're gonna ruin you. Well, I saw something kind of cool. Oh, yeah, I see. The game will just it's just gonna show me the solutions now because I've solved it. Oh, what am I doing? Acting like a dumbass. What am I doing? Okay. So this will get me to the bottom here. What will this do? Okay. That's what I was looking for. So it's like I want to get to the floor right before the one that I ended up bypassing. So if you solve this and you are no, oh fuck, well, all right, said to unsolve the puzzle as quick as I could. Okay, let's go back here. There we go. So, the thing that you need to realize that I now realized with how to get to this room is you have to understand that we need to be seeing this puzzle as if it were up there, meaning we need to understand what will happen when this is exposed to cyan light, or exposed to green light. So we have 3 cyan, we have white, we have magenta, we have white, and we have yellow. When you expose cyan to green light, you're gonna get white. When you expose white to green light, you're gonna get green. When you expose magenta to green, you're going to probably get black, I assume. When you expose yellow to green, you're going to get... I think to get to the next room you need something like this. Damn you. Ah. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay. So, let's find out what's on this floor that I ended up accidentally skipping. And let's not jump off the elevator a second time like I almost did just then. The whole point of me subjecting myself to round 2 of this was so that I could come up into this room and see if I missed anything. Which I probably didn't. Oh, shit. Okay, thank God. It looks like the game will actually, detect if you fucked up. And it'll send the elevator back down to be like, we got you, fam. Don't worry about it. So, I'm in this room. Yep, I was gonna say, I think that the whole purpose of this room is to find an environmental puzzle. Which now begs the question of Are there other environmental puzzles that I can find? I knew there was going to be one of you guys. See you in 3 minutes.
As scientists, we realize that color is merely a question of the wavelengths of ethereal vibrations. But that does not seem to have dispelled the feeling that eyes which reflect light near wavelength 4800 are a subject for rhapsody, whilst those which reflect wavelength 5300 are left unsung. We have not yet reached the practice of the Laputans who, if they would, for example, praise the beauty of a woman or any other animal, they describe it by rhombs, circles, parallelograms, ellipses, and other geometrical terms. The materialist, who is convinced that all phenomena arise from electrons and quanta and the like, controlled by mathematical formulae, must presumably hold the belief that his wife is a rather elaborate differential equation. But he is probably tactful enough not to obtrude this opinion in domestic life. If this kind of scientific dissection is felt to be inadequate and irrelevant in ordinary personal relationships, it is surely out of place in the most personal relationship of all, that of the human soul to a divine spirit. Arthur Eddington, 1927.
I'm so tired. I wasn't paying good attention, and now I don't know what my solution was from earlier. Damn it. Okay. I found a environmental puzzle, which is kind of cool, but it's not really the one I wanted. So, okay, what was I doing earlier? This gets me there, but I think that what I really want is this, which doesn't get me anywhere. Okay, what about this? Okay, that takes me to the second floor. Trying to reason about this shit is like giving me a bit of a headache now. Okay, so we want to do, I think, oh yeah, let's skip back up to the floor that I was below the green one. And, okay. Yeah, get me here, and then we can attempt to solve, this puzzle again, assuming that we have green light. So, we have something like this, right? But this doesn't really solve it. So we have, like that. That gets me to the current room, which is very, very strange. Oh, yeah, that was the puzzle I just solved. That's why this is the current room. Okay, right. Green light. Okay, cyan plus green light. So green light has red and, it doesn't have any red and blue in it. Red is, okay, so green, so cyan is a mixture. What is cyan a mixture of again? That's the ticket to figuring this shit out. Okay, let's look that up. So blue plus green equals cyan. Green plus red equals yellow. Blue plus red equals magenta. So we have cyan on the left here. What happens when you add green light to cyan? Nothing, right? It stays the same because it already has green in it. You have yellow plus green light is gonna not change either. And you can kind of actually see that a little bit as some green light starts to spill onto the yellow. It stays yellow. So the only thing that changes is the magenta, which when you add green becomes white. So you get this, which takes us down to magenta. So I clearly fucking don't understand this puzzle. Like, I thought, yeah, somebody got shot. Don't worry about that siren. God damn it. I really legitimately thought like I understood what was going on here, but it's completely kicking my ass. Like, I truly thought that I had cracked the code to this puzzle, but it's just so difficult. It's so difficult. What about this? I don't understand how like the elevator also has multiple solutions for the same floor. Like that part's really no, I guess not the same floor. I don't know what I'm thinking there. Let's see. No. Yeah. Yeah, close enough. Okay. I wonder what would happen if at this point I just pulled up a tool or something to try and figure this out. Like, I need something that shows me, like, okay, if I take a blue piece of shit and then fire, like, and then simulate, like, a cyan light against it, what color do I get? I mean, aside from the fact that I can see it in the video game itself, but, you know, that's obviously not going to do me a whole lot of good. Okay. There we go. Finally figured it out. Let's not go to that floor, because that floor is for jackasses. Let's go to this floor up here, and there must be a hell of a fire going on. I guess... Oh, I see. So, this just takes you to here. And you need to go one more to get to the panel to actually unlock the laser beam. Which is interesting. Because now I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of getting the elevator up here is for. I guess it's just to, you know, give you a way to get back into the godforsaken facility if you ever feel like going back there. But I think I'm good. I don't want to go back in there anymore. I don't want to do it. I solved the puzzle. Done with the puzzle. I'm getting the fuck out of there. But that's another area done. I've done quite a lot of Dark Side of the Moon in here. There's a lot of laser beams all pointed at the final witness area. So, I guess... I don't know how many puzzles... Oh, jeez. I ran through the tunnel of hell again. I don't know how much there's left to do in this game. I feel like I've done pretty much all of the main areas except for the village itself, which is like the final testing zone. So let's just keep powering through this stuff. Let's also open up the gate on the other side here. Have I done... I had to have done everything in here already. And indeed I have. I don't see anything that looks like I haven't done it yet. Okay. We do have something of note. Let's go back inside. So there's some stuff. I haven't finished out this whole area. Well, that's not quite what I was expecting to come back to the village to do, but I'll definitely take it. Just gotta line it up just right. I mean, I've done a lot of the tree branch puzzles. I know my way around a branchy, if you know what I'm saying. So this won't take too long, I hope. But I think I probably want... I just need to get like a little bit more distance. Nope. Where's the solution? Okay. I kind of see it now. This is interesting, because I can't quite see it. But what should I be looking for? That. Okay. I need to like line up this part, the bottom. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it's not always the path that's right in front of you that is the path that you're supposed to take. Sometimes it's all the way fucking over there. See, that sentence started out like Bird's End, and it ended... Yeah, it ended like Bird's End, but different bird. Someday I should kind of go into detail about the difference between Bird as a character and Bird as a person. You know, not Bird person. But not today. I'm too tired for that.
I think a lot of people assume that you are a Bird character.
Yeah, well, they're right. Okay, so I want to do this. Yeah, it's not always about the branches. Sometimes it's about the branches, but like instead of being tricker bugs, they actually just tell you like exactly what you need to do. Let's just do that. Okay, I wrote down the general shape. It's extremely shitty, but I think it's good enough. Fuck. It's not good enough. It's not even close to good enough. Yeah, it was good enough. Alright. We need to find El Brancho, who will be able to help me out here. So we got this guy. He was legit, but now he quit. So I need to find a new outlook here. Maybe instead of following a path, this one is actually about like being a little bit more straightforward and just yeah, maybe this is it. No? Interesting. Is it this is interesting. Okay, so we have a little guy up here that'll help us out. What we're missing is what takes us from here down to that part in the bottom. So we can go basically to here. Let me go ahead and just jot that down real quick. And then at the bottom, I know for a fact that we go Now I just need to find the other branches that allow me to get the rest of the way there. So we have this is part of the path. The branches will show me the way. Come on. Oh, thank you, my brother. We want to go like that. Maybe I just need to move real slowly and it'll just magically appear for me. No. Turns out, like most of life's problems, moving really slowly doesn't actually do you any good. What about moving backwards, though, and getting a little bit more distance? Not doing it. Okay, any broken branches? Doesn't quite look like it. This almost looks useful, but it's just not. It's so close to being helpful. This looks good. Is this like what I do to get down from there? As I go down, then left, then 3, then right, then down, then and then Let's try that. So that made sense to me. Sorry to everyone who isn't me. But I think it was like this. And they go down, and they go and then No. I go down, then and then Oh. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Only an idiot would have not done this. So I go Oh. It's starting to mess with my eyes a little bit. It looks like the branches aren't moving, but the puzzle's moving behind it. Now that when I move around now. Okay, so the other thing to consider is that it is not above this game to throw a red herring at me. So let's walk around the room a little bit and see if there's anything that I should actually be looking for that's different from this. So in this area, it was the first solution was derived by looking through the red leaves from this side. The second solution was derived by looking through the branches on this side. In this puzzle, I solved this one by looking through the branches on this side. And then in this puzzle, by the same logic, it should be the case that I solve it by looking through the branches on this side. But I'm missing some. So I need to figure out which branches did not participate in the first solution. And it looks like all of these guys were in fact in the first solution. And it's just these friendos who are not. So I guess the question becomes, how many possible combinations can I try? No. I'm looking at the branches themselves to see if I can get them to align in a different area. But I can't quite do that. So this is very interesting because it looks like these are supposed to go together. And then it looks like it's supposed to like do a roundabout here. Or it's supposed to like do like a whole roundabout like that. But that's also like branches that were used in the previous solution. So I'm not quite sure if I have all the pieces of the pie yet. There might just have to be like one or two things I'm not seeing in the overall solution still. So I wonder if there is something... okay, so this... that's one solution. Wait, how did I solve this the first time? Okay, I went this way to solve it the first time. That means that, logically, going the other way should also be a solution. Well, that made a shit-ass amount of noise, but I don't know if it actually did anything. Oh, God. Oh, man. If they were like, we want to make infuriating sounds, they really outdid themselves. They knew exactly how to do it. So by doing it this other way, I did enable a bunch of environmental puzzles. So as cool as those are, which is to say kind of cool, I can at least solve those, but it didn't actually help me solve this guy, which is the one I'm most interested in at the moment. We're off to a really good start, and then I just get totally lost. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. Well, no matter. I should be able to solve a couple environmental puzzles at least. Oh, see, earlier there was that metaphor about the hot chick. This is the other part of the metaphor about the hot chick, which is like, when you're like, damn, the hot chick is like, she's just over there. All I need to do is just like, reach out to her and show her how nice of a guy I am. Then I'll be able to, like, eat the gourd. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lady Bird knows what I'm saying, aside from the incredibly confused look she gave me when I said that phrase. It's okay. When you grow up, you'll know.
When I grow up?
When a individual grows up, they will know. Yeah. Yeah.
Are you grown up?
No. Alright. I need to get more space to see this guy. Ah. Everyone loves seeing a good old ball through a tree. Alright. Enough of that. Where's the angle I need to get this dangle? It's like it's almost there. I could summon magic particle effects on it. Oh, I see, I see. I need to cover up the green part of the ball with this little sliver of yellow. This area is just rife with environmental puzzles. It's cool, but there's so many. There's so many. I don't know how I could ever keep track of all of them, but I guess somebody can. Alright, I think I see that it's those two parts. There's like a little sliver of yellow that needs to cover up the bottom right part, and that looks pretty close. That looks really close, but it wasn't quite there. Because that isn't the right solution. There isn't... I think that there needs to be a little bit of yellow to bridge that gap. Or something. Or maybe that's a fake-out environmental puzzle, and that's not actually the way to use that gourd. This is interesting. Every time I say this is interesting, I wonder if there's a contrarian out there that's like, ha, no. And if you are that person, please be more constructive with your feedback. Alright. Can't really do anything but go down here, and it's not really gonna... Well, if I try it 3 times, certainly I'll get a different result, right? Alright, back to this. I mean, I'm almost 100% convinced that this is, like, the right starting point. I don't see how it could be anything else. I can always try to look at it from different angles. But I'm having a really hard time seeing what it could be. I don't see, like, any other... Well... We get something kind of interesting if I'm able to get the... Like, the perspective using the right branches, but I don't see one. It's so weird because I know that these things are supposed to be based off of your perspective. But every time I kind of see, like, an angle that looks convincing but isn't, like, 100% the right angle on it, I get a little bit weirded out. Like, if I look at this part, I'm like, oh, yes, this is the solution. This is exactly what I need to be looking at. And then I have to figure out, like, no. Just gotta get, like, a better perspective than whatever I currently have. And that sounds like bird philosophy right there. Okay, I just... The only thing I can think of... I am desperately running around the room trying to find any angle that gives me new information. The only thing I can think of is that this is either a red herring... or I need to combine it with these other branches, or I just need to see it in the right way for this. Because I mean, that, of course it couldn't be that simple. Just obviously won't work. There is just too much noise. Is it that I start from this corner, go left 2, down 3, right up, or right, down, left, down, I don't know. Don't know why there's so many sirens tonight. It's because people keep committing a lot of crime. Running around shooting each other and shit. All I need to do is just stop committing crime. Then I won't get my recording sessions interrupted. Nope. I just solved crime. All you need to do is just think about the consequences that you would inflict onto me, and then be like, nah, he's too cool, I don't want to do that to him. And then I'm like, I agree. And then everybody smokes up a fat duberino, and then world peace happens. You're welcome. This is starting to piss me off a little, 'cause I can't get anywhere. I don't know what I'm supposed to be, like, I don't know what alternative things I have to look at to see this puzzle. I guess I can look at it through, like, windows, but that's not going to do me any good. Oh, jeez. I thought I heard the sound of, like, somebody laughing coming from the gourds, and I was like, they're evil! Evil gourds! But nope, they're just, they're regular gourds. Welp. I looked at it this way. Yeah, so I did use a lot of these branches already. I did use that guy. Marijuana is legal in Canada. It's legal in Seattle too, but I can't have any. I can just stare at this thing and marvel at it, be like, "Oh yes, look at the start of the impossible puzzle." Is there like shadows on the floor that I'm supposed to? God damn it! All right. So I have a part that like wongaloos like that. And then I just need to figure out which part that broke off of. It's gotta be... Where is this? I can't even, like, place this twig on, with the rest of the puzzle here. So we have this, like, start that is left to down to right one, up one, right one. I think that's how I'm supposed to use it. And then does it go down one? Well, it can't go down one from there. Left one, left one, then down the rest of the way. I mean, I guess it could. No, it can't do that. Because it's going to the left twice. The other thing is that this twig is actually rotated and that it fell off of another part of this twig. So if I think about rotations that this thing has, is it goes down to left one, down one, left one, down one. Which would be like down to left one, down one, left one, down one, which puts it there. So I can give that a shot real quick. That's the one. Okay, that unlocked the fountain back there, I guess. Which I hope just opens up a thing and doesn't... Yeah, okay, good. I wonder how many of these laser beams there are anyway. I feel like I've solved a lot of them. I feel like I've solved more of them than I thought there were levels in this game, in all honesty. Just draw the twig on some tape and put it on your screen. That would have been a pretty clever solution, but also very, very overkill. Oh, shit, I fell in the water. Game over. I'm dead for forever. Turns out that the witness was actually a murder, and y'all witnessed my murder at the hands of myself falling off into the water. Alright. I guess to get this boy solved, I have to see it through this window or one of the windows in that room. Now, this is interesting because this puzzle's really fucking hard. So I need to rotate these these testy blocks and do it. Okay, so we do something like that. We do something like that. We do something like that. And then we do something like that. And something like that. And this guy's all by himself still, so that won't do it. We do something like this. Do something like that. Do something like this to get those two. Because I need to get one of these guys. So what I'm thinking is I probably want to have something that looks roughly like that. So it would be something like this. Now, I don't think this is 100% correct, but it feels like a pretty reasonably interesting starting point to start reasoning about things. So I have... I'm going to use my pencil to solve it on my end of the screen because it's too complicated otherwise. So one thing I'm noticing is that I probably want to have a shape like this. And then... okay, yeah, I want to have something that probably starts to look a little bit like this. So as you can see, I have one of these cubes dedicated to picking up one of these guys on the bottom. So something like that. And a cube there. Then if I pick up these two cubes and just dedicate them to that, not cubes, but you know what I'm saying. If I have something like this, then we have... oh, okay, I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it. So we use the two top left cubes to pick up this first square of 6. Then we use 2 cubes to get the this group. And then we are, we have, oh, no, we don't use 2 cubes for that. Not cubes. I keep saying cubes, they're not cubes. We would have something like this. Yeah? Yeah, this works. This fits it all together. Okay, so to reiterate in my mind what I saw, it was we use these 2 to grab this group of 6, and then we have 3 left over, so we stack 1 like that, 1 like that, and then 1 like that. And that puts it all together. And then from here, I can see how this is all supposed to work. And that's really easy by comparison. So we just group these guys. I fucked up. I thought that's what it did. Okay, let me think this through. So we have... huh. Is this one solvable with this light? Oh, these are... oh, shit. Yeah, these are spikies. So they're not supposed to have friends. That's right. I remember this. I got this mechanic confused with the other one, where they have to be completely partitioned from each other. Not so with these guys. They have to be in groups of 2. Okay, so if we do God damn you. I really don't want that to happen every time, and it's going to, and that's infuriating. Because I'm trying to outline a solution now, and I can't actually show it to you because the game's going to be like, meh. I want you to do it this way. Okay, well, what I can do is I can just, I can write it down to myself, and then, when I move away, I can reason about it, consulting my chart here. Okay, so, if we block off these 6, then... Okay, that won't work. We need to... We could have something interesting like that, but that's probably not going to work out that well. So this will put 2 with the reds together. This seems promising. And then we would have the reds, but then we have a lot of the white stars still together. But this looks good. This is the solution. So in the upper left corner, that white and yellow grouping, that's actually 2 whites. The 2 black groups are actually 2 blues. The other white and yellow is a white. Then the purples are reds. The bottom right purple red is actually just a group of red. The blues are blues. The whites are whites, and the reds are reds. Okay, and then I can now come outside. And I can solve this one if I just find the right perspective on it. Which I can't. Huh. This is a little bit different because usually these are incredibly easy. All right. I mean, I definitely needed to open up that door to get this to appear. However, I don't... ha, there it is. All right, that opened up the central tower here. That does not mean that I'm done with all of the puzzles at the basement of the town, because I think there's probably at least... Okay, there's something going on down here. So this is where I can enter the sex dungeon of the town. And it's like somebody unscrewed the box. There's no noise at all here. This is a noise-canceling room. I think I need to find the, I need to find the bird. And then whenever I hear it chirping, I then need to run back here and, like, relay the chirps. Because they broke the box. All right. Oh, okay, okay. I just have to come up with a solution that is consistently solvable by both. So we need to have a solution that uses a high, a medium, and 2 lows. And I just need to solve both of them the exact same way. So high, medium, low, low. And we can solve that by coming over here and doing high, medium, low, low. And that solves it, and I don't know what that opened. Let's go outside and see. What the hell is this area? So I guess I unlocked the blue light thing up here, but I need to also solve like the red light that takes me into this area. Please refrain from making any Roxanne references. Ah, okay, here we are. I did not see this door because it's so damn dark in here. Okay. So we want a solution like this. Just group them together. Huh. Of course not. Because they're all in different lights. So I need to find the right combination of lights. Alright, so that turns on green light. And I can, if I remembered what I figured out earlier, which I don't remember what the solutions were earlier. These are, the colors that are on here are cyan, magenta, and yellow. So, I guess what I should have done is I should have written down the solutions from earlier and then done it that way, so I'd be able to figure it out on the, when it came time to figuring it out here, but I didn't do that. So, if something becomes black when you shine green light on it, it must be the case that it has blue and red, right? So that must mean that this is magenta, I assume. That's what that's my new running theory about this stuff. So we have a pocket of 4 M's. We have an M up there. All right, let's expose it to a different color now. That was the wrong combination. This will probably make it, okay, that makes it a green light. Alright, that made it green still. What about this? Are you serious? Oh, okay, okay, I get it now. I can't connect any of the two colors together or else it creates problems. I'm just very, very good at finding the green light over and over again. Okay, so this is blue. So magenta, when exposed to blue, becomes black. According to my opinions here. And then this guy stayed white between the two of them, so my theory is wrong. So there are two combinations when exposed to green light that lead to white squares. What are those combinations? It must be cyan and yellow. So dear Lord. These are such abstract puzzles. The other thing they can do is, instead of thinking about these in terms of their color and trying to think about it that hard, is I can just do them by groups. And I can say, under light 1 we have this configuration, under light 2 we have this configuration, and under light 3 we have this configuration. And then, like, fucking what's it called? Like Sudoku it, basically. So under red, we have God. I don't know which is easier, doing it the way that I just proposed, or like actually learning the color theory and trying to solve this with science. But I can tell you one thing, I don't need to know what the colors are, I just need to know which ones are different from each other. Okay. That's under R. Under B, we have white, black, 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 white, 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 black, 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 white. And under this last color grouping, we have this. That's the wrong color grouping. This ought to give us green, I think. It gave us blue. So this will give us green. Alright. And we have under G, we have black, white, 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 black, 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 white, 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 white. Okay. So, in every quadrant of 4, we have a color that doesn't match the others. So, it means that if we do something like this, then, oh, hang on. This probably won't work. Shit. Okay. So I know that this thing is a different color than the 3 that are next to it. I know that okay, I just need to look at what what the groupings are. Which squares change with each other consistently. So I have this group as a block together. So these 3 are a color all to themselves. It's not, because no other color, no other square stays black under all lights except for this one. So these must just be black, I guess. Otherwise, everything in the top right also never changes from white. So we have something that I think looks like this. Oh, but that thing can't be grouped with the others. Okay. So, does this color in the upper right corner change with the others? No. White, black, black. All right, so this is something by itself. This is like something by itself. But then this guy can't be grouped with these others. Is this something? No, no, no. This can't possibly be the right combination because okay, I know that these have to be partitioned from each other. I cannot for the life of me figure out hardly anything else yet. But I know that this is like a good starting point. This is looking promising. This is looking promising. This is looking less promising. Because I don't think that this color is the same as the ones that are in the upper left there. But I don't really have a way of knowing that for sure. But I do know that, yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Okay, this is looking alright. This is looking... No, shit. Damn it, because the black and the white that I have grouped at the bottom shouldn't be grouped together. Okay. Okay. If I do something like this... okay. Let's group that one by itself. Let's do something like this. Let's do something like that. Let's come around here. Group that together. Okay, everything I know that is a different color is not grouped with anything else. And that solved it. Okay. Now I get something that's equally as difficult. But my solution of... It doesn't matter what the underlying color is, just so long as I figure out which ones are not the same color. As long as that seems to work. So I will follow that strategy till the end of these two puzzles here, and then I'm definitely gonna call it quits. Black. Okay, that's under green. All right. We have blue. Let's do blue next, which is this pattern. That's not blue, which is this pattern. Okay, what changed here? So white, 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 black, 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 black. Black, 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 black. And the last one here. What am I doing? Close enough. Red. Okay. On red we have white, 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 white. White, 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 black. Black, 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 white, and white, 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 white. All right, so looking for colors that are, let me just see. Okay, so colors that are... So this is a white square, no matter which color is shining. This is a white square no matter which color is shining. All three of these are. So this has to be grouped with one of these two, and then these two have to be grouped together, maybe. So I'm going to now start to label my colors differently. So we have, so I'm going to now say that that is a group 1 color. So we have 1, and then in the bottom right we have 1, 1, 1 in a little L shape. Okay. Looking for colors that are black no matter what light is shining. In the upper right corner we have a color that is always black. And the others change periodically. And in the bottom left, we have a little group that is always black 2 in a little L shape. So 2, 2, and 2. And we have a problem. Oh wait, no we don't. We don't have a problem. I was gonna say, this guy can't be grouped with them, but we can do something like this potentially. It's probably gonna be something more like that. But these... It's probably going to be that. Let me double check, though, as I work through this. Let's look for the next color. So, something that's black under green, white under blue, and white under red. So, in the upper left corner, we have a little L shape of that group 3 color. And... black, white, white. Black, white. I need a fourth one. This color, this guy that I'm right next to is another one. So that's a group 3. And then anything that's black, black, white. That's gonna be our group 4 color. Okay, so let me call this out. This is a group 4 color. It needs to be matched with these group 4 colors. We have our group, I guess I'll do this in the backwards order. We have 3, these are group 3 colors. This is the other group 3 color. We have these group 2 colors. This is the other group 2 color. And we have these group 1 colors. And every square is mostly one color except for one that is separated from its friendos. So if we do something like this, then this puts two group 2 colors together and splits up the other 2 group 2 colors, but you know, nothing else gets solved if we do that. So let's separate these 2 group 2 colors. Oh god, that's gonna get a lot of fun to say as I work through this. Okay, so we have 2 group 2 colors partitioned off, 2 group 1 colors partitioned off to a good start. We then have picked up a group 1 and a group 3 color. So we want to do something like, we want to pick up a group 2 and a group 4 color, which our only options are up here. So this is actually almost a solution, but I blocked myself off at the top. So if I just approach this from another direction, this should solve it, actually. So we'll come up here. We've now taken, we have 3 group 3 colors. We are going to take, okay, so we now have 2 3s, a 1, a 2, and a 4. Oh no, we have 2 2s this way. So I want to pick up just a single 1 at this point. And we can't do that. I was going to say, if we pick up this, what about this? So now we've picked up no group 1 color. We have 2 3s together. We've picked up 2 group 2 colors. We block off this 3. Okay, so the 3s are together. The 2 3s are together in both partitions. We have 2 2s together. We have 2 1s together. So if I do this, that should solve it. God damn it. What the hell is this game, and does Bird read chat? This game is called The Witness, and it's not always this, but it has been this lately. Please send help. And Bird does rechat. Okay, so I've got... This will solve it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So, to tell you what this is we have, in this partition, we have a 3, a 2, a 4, and a 2. 2 1s, our other 3, and our other 4. And then everything else is all grouped together. You only need 2 partitions to do this. It is done. I've solved the both of those. And I don't know what I accomplished by doing that. Like, nothing happened. I did something, but I don't have any feedback on what my accomplishment was. Aside from general self-satisfaction? Boo. Well, oh well. I think that's all the time I got tonight. My head is full of ouchies. My eyes are full of ouchies. My neck is full of some ouchies. Not that many, but a couple. And I assume after watching all of this, your head is probably full of a lot of ouchies too. This is a hell of a game. God damn. Oh, look at that. Come on. Come on. Wait, don't you hide from me. Come on. Why won't you do? I guess it's not a perfect circle because this thing is in the way. So I just need to back up a little bit. Do I have a brain Healy game? No, I have no Heelys for my feelies. Alright, well, that, clearly it's an unsolvable puzzle. No one's ever gonna solve it. If I can't solve it, no one can. Now I probably need to look at it from the roof. Okay, bye.